Hey folks, welcome back. We are going to feature one of my favorite parts of equipment, or pieces of equipment, and one of my favorite parts of the library. I have here the commercial kitchen cart. We're going to give a little walkthrough about that, and we're going to feature a recipe today from the Revolutionary War. It was a very popular colonial snack, the honey jumble cookie. Kind of similar to a snickerdoodle. It was made out of a lot of ingredients that were pretty shelf stable, so you could cook a whole bunch of these and then just hold on to them for the week. We'll go through the ingredients, how we're going to make it, and then we'll show off the kitchen cart, the little oven that we have in here, all of that. So thanks for sticking with us. Hope you enjoy the recipe. What we have here is the kitchen cart. This is a really cool piece of equipment that qualifies for the state of New Jersey as a commercial kitchen. It's on wheels, so you can cart it around. It's got these really neat sides here that kind of function as like a countertop, but they fold in. So the whole thing turns into, just like a standard cart size. These are stainless steel, so you can cut on them, meat, whatever you need, wipe it off. It's got a sink. It's got a little reservoir down here that you fill up. It's got a heat pump, so you can use hot water as well. It has a convection oven over here. You want to make sure that when you're using this that you leave the doors open when the oven's on. It gets pretty hot inside of there. And we have a induction stovetop. This one's always fun showing off to the kids who come to our cooking programs, because this whole surface will get really hot, but because it's induction, it's pretty cool around the edges. You just have to make sure that whatever metal pot you put on there has a thick enough base, using the magnetism to heat it up. We get a lot of use out of this here. We do cooking programs. It allows us, if we want to bring in an outside group to utilize it, they can do that as well. Expands the options that we have for programming here. And like today, we're going to use it to highlight a revolutionary recipe. So let's get started on that recipe. All right, folks, what we have here in front of us are the ingredients to make honey jumble cookies. In the revolutionary colonial time period, interesting little tidbit, the average colonial male was about an inch shorter than the average American male today. American diet in comparison to a European diet was much better. There was a lot more fresh vegetables and fruits that people had access to. America was a very fertile land for growing a wide range of different foods. And you had a lot of different cultures that were mixed in here, so people were bringing recipes from all over the world. The honey jumble cookie that we're going to be making was a popular kind of snack that people made because it had a lot of energy dense ingredients in it. You had butter, you had sugar, you had eggs. These were things that had a high calorie count. And when people were on average consuming and burning about 4,000 calories a day for a farmer, something like this was a really easy way to get a lot of those calories. So first thing that we're going to do is take butter, that staple of all great food, and we're going to mix it with a bunch of sugar. Now the colonials had access, much more access than a lot of Europeans, to sugar because, I'm just pulling up my recipe here, of the proximity to the Caribbean with all the sugar cane. So people got to have sweet foods in much greater capacity than a lot of what they would have had if they had been living in Europe, depending on the location in Europe, obviously, and how well off their families were. All right, so you put in 1.25 cups of sugar. My mother would be quite appalled if I was a kid doing this. And then you're going to cream that together, which is just kind of mixing the sugar and the butter at the same time. It helps to get your butter out of the fridge beforehand and have it set out for a little bit, 15, 20 minutes, just to get it softer, because hard butter does not like to squish. All right. And what we're looking for is for it to be kind of like a gritty paste. You want the sugar and the butter to be really well mixed together. All right, here we go. This is kind of what you want it to look like. Like I said, just the sugar and the butter all combined together. All right, now I'm going to go over to our dry ingredients. And we are going to have 2 3/4 cups of flour. And now that we've got them rolled in the sugar on the cookie sheet, just take a flat surface and you're going to squish them a little bit. These in the oven for about 10 minutes and then pull them out. All right, here we go, folks. See how it tastes. Pretty good. Okay, thank you for joining us. Come on down to the library, learn a little bit more about the kitchen cart, revolutionary recipes, and we'll see you next time.